It showers from your subconscious like rain. Strange how everything touches the subconscious. Every move, every thought. Well, is it strange? Or does it only seem strange because it is perplexing? And only perplexing because, or rather, it is mystifying, as opposed to perplexing, because it comes from God, or whatever you want to call the mysterious creativity of the universe. That, and you don't know much about it. Just that everything touches it, and that it recreates from that which has touched it. Stream the golden spirits of your thoughts into humanity and nature. Lather the nerves of your thoughts with the happiness it brings you to bless life and be blessed by life. Life is meant to be the best you can possibly imagine. That is one indication of the fallacy of organized religion. Many religions might be comforting, but they don't feel the best. Think about what feels the best. This is why war is wrong. It doesn't feel the best. This is why life and the will to thrive is good, because it feels the best. Speaking of strange, it is strange how many people disagree with this wisdom. But all to remind you that anything is possible. That's why it's all there. Don't fear your insights, nor king yourself, nor become a god, nor even become a sage, nor a prophet. Be a great person. No pressure to elaborate now on the thick descriptions of the meaning of greatness, as you have a long, etc. life to discover it. But begin fingering and petting the surface and mold what comes to your mind to gain your earliest senses of greatness. And as your subconscious showers your life upon your life, treat your illusions with sanity, of course, but with idealism too. Oh, indeed, be as idealistic as you can, but think of the idealism within your illusions as pieces of a creation, and be practical and logical, of course, in how you bind them, link them. On your way to Cape Cod, Massachusetts, on your way to somewhere on the Oregon coast, you are a visionary. You'll envy those who are colonizing in outer space, as that is what it is time for humans to begin doing. Exciting transformation of your beliefs as they change colors, tones, spirits, and you notice you begin attracting new and different things. You might weep in gratitude. It is good to weep in gratitude. And to speak of strangeness yet again, it is so strange that life wasn't this way before. How unaligned you were with yourself. Your life is so fucking great. Some people might think you're a boast because they resent your ability to be so happy. And that is inevitable in nature, because anything is possible. So there is your life, and your circumstances, and the circumstances of possibility throughout the world. And the better your circumstances, the better you can help other circumstances throughout the world. You're concentrating on the future, in love with the future beaming rays like sun rays, but the rays don't blind you. In fact, they improve your vision. But appreciate now as well. There are so many ways to appreciate now. Where do you begin? Have an orgasm. As many orgasms as you want. Orgasms are so healthy, like fruits and vegetables. She kisses his cheek. She is reviewing her thoughts, composing them. Her thoughts are beginning to make her smile. She has never had so much access to her mind before. The icicles are melting. Your mind is expanding. All that you long to see, all that you long to long. Thumbs up. What is most interesting to you today? Why? What do you think about it? Arrays of beaming information, and sometimes you just detach and watch it all beam. What will Egypt be like when Mubarak relinquishes power? What do you know about Egypt or Mubarak? What do you care to know about either? What makes you care about something? What makes you feel powerful? What makes you feel whatever makes you whatever makes you feel powerful? Whatever makes you feel powerful? Whatever makes you feel in control? Even if you feel control when you relinquish control? Power and control. Do you feel your control, your power? You are powerful. Everyone is powerful. Where is your power aiming? Expressions upon people's faces? The expansion of your ego? The betterment of someone's life quality? You want your judgment to be important, to matter? You want people to do what you say, think what you think, feel what you feel? Exertions of power, interactions between exertions of power. She says, and therefore as she says. He says, and therefore as he says. You say, and therefore as you say. Says who? But whoever says what empowers you is what you'll go along with most. But doesn't Nietzsche and postmodernism already say all of that? Many things are worth repeating in many different ways throughout time. You feel this wave, unlike any other wave you have ever felt before, and it is a wave of admiring, time devoted to admiring and appreciating and complimenting, encouraging, studying, blessing, investing in, celebrating, rewarding, sharing, discussing, contemplating, expanding upon, gaining from, finding comfort in, discovering the truth in, unique achievements and innovations and inspirations that colonize outer space, multiplies lifespans, increases joys, explores faith, optimism, free will, desires, fantasies, prayers, power of thoughts, projects it all upon three-dimensional holographic works of masterpiece art and entertainment, and ousts angsty, emo, wannabe, ghetto, corporate-made, bullshit ass-kissing, insulting, superficial, spoiled, ungrateful, clever, and knowledgeable, yet unwise and unpoetic, uncreative, tiresome, whining cynicism. Amen. Just simply listening to people. It is rather soothing. Their perspectives, their logics, their fantasies, their creations. Sentiment within articulation, content, appreciation, and philosophy become what makes someone appealing or unappealing. Even if it is confusing and abstract, if there is a wealth and love for life which is undeniably expressed, there is great merit. Bertrand Russell, discussing philosophers in the history of Western philosophy, even though he disagrees with the philosophers, he contemplates them, appreciates them, discusses them. And even where I disagree with Bertrand Russell, I so enjoy reading his thorough, lively, loving thoughts. We are all bound to disagree on things anyway. If only enough of us can agree that life is a good miracle, and if enough of us can agree on the goodness and moral necessity of peace between people, and in virtue, the virtue of prosperity, inspiring and encouraging prosperity, providing opportunities for prosperity, then other disagreements are not so distressing. Oh, how you fall deeper and deeper in love with every day. As enigmas fly across your mind, memories of different phases in your life thus far, gazing at the thumbnail of a memory, sweet inventory in your subconscious. Your subconscious is like a palace, a museum, a time capsule, a sanctuary, a temple, the most exotic, amazing, luxurious hotel you've ever been to or imagined. Your subconscious, which preserves everything that has ever happened to you. How you must love your subconscious and treat it so well Nurture it. You think of your friends. You want to nurture your friendships, all your relationships, your parents, spiritual resonance of your bloodline. Perhaps you cannot force anyone to like you, but you can attract people to you. You love people. You do not love all thoughts, beliefs, and actions, but you love all people. And you love listening to people, and reading people, contemplating people, gazing at people, their creations, celebrating their achievements, their ambitions. Oh, you love ambition, often a sucker for it, as your ghost friends drink with you. Many ghosts, ghost family members and ghost friends, famous ghosts, Van Gogh's ghost, Stravinsky's ghost, Chanel's ghost, Bukowski's ghost, Bertrand Russell's ghost, Henry Miller's ghost, James Joyce's ghost, Napoleon Hill's ghost, Friedrich Nietzsche's ghost, Henry Matisse's ghost, Picasso's ghost, Dostoevsky's ghost, Ayn Rand's ghost, Kerouac's ghost, Democritus's ghost. You're fucking popular. Look at the ghosts with you tonight. It's a fucking party every night with these ghosts, and they are loyal. How they love life, even as ghosts. Their art, living testaments of love, universal love. Sometimes you feel you are banging your head on a steel wall of fucked up sentiments of a fucked up world, but it just isn't true. Aspects of the world are fucked up, but the world is far from fucked up. But you feel, if only you knew how to rid yourself of that resistance, how caught up, tangled, and lost perhaps we get within our desires. And sometimes, and yet we want so intensely, and such desire is so sacred. Desire is a sacred feeling. Desire is sacred. Desire is life, the will to thrive. The will to thrive. Monotonous living isn't enough. Things you cannot see and yet conceptualize and enjoy pursuing, fantasizing about, adding meaning to. What about the assholes, the motherfuckers, the frustrations? Don't they inspire you? Scratching their fucking heads, lost in depreciation. You'll remember this experience, the frustration, when you felt so alone in self-pity, inevitable storms of self-pity that happen to even the best. Nobody is spared, and when you remember that, when you realize it, and you keep in mind your blessings, you laugh at yourself. Think of all you have learned, how many tales of rags to riches, failure to genius, misery to happiness that you know. That is how amazing life is. That is how amazing the world is. That is how amazing thoughts are. That is how amazing God is. 1 minute you are nothing, a joke, a loser, a nobody, and a minute later a genius, a star, a celebrity. 1 minute you live on the streets, a minute later a mansion. Just like that strange mystical thing, always in a way you never expected, and yet perhaps you did expect. Ever notice what you have in relation to what you wanted? In relation to how you wanted it? How God always did come through for you? The only catch was patience, as you recall. Patience and faith. And yet you can't expect to be perfect. How fucking paradoxical life is. Whatever. All she wanted was to know how to have the life she wanted to have. To know how to think the right thoughts and say the right things. And how passionate her desire was. And when she finally learned, that's when she learned how to be a good lady. When she suddenly became enraptured and obsessed with the state of the world. Yet it scared her. Say the wrong thing and they'll fucking shoot you. Learn the right fucking metaphors when you need them, and you're revered, even by your enemies. Ha ha ha. It was a pain she was willing to tolerate, so that Christian and Muslim extremists wouldn't assassinate her. In fact, they loved her. Strange irony. They loved her because she would never insult them. In fact, they were willing to negotiate with her. Terrorists who said, "Fuck your president, we want to talk to your artists and philosophers and make a deal." I want to make a deal with Muslim extremists everywhere. Stop the violence. And I'll insist America fucks off. Just stop the violence. Just stop the violence. Just stop the violence. It is all I ask. No more bombs, no more anthrax, no more threats. Just let it go. And I'll insist, America, just let it go. Just no more belligerence. God, how I hate belligerence. And how I hate hate. And how I hate belligerence. And how I hate violence. Violence isn't manly. Good fucking is. Good loving is. Make her come. Make her smile. That is the man's conquest. Her orgasm. More than her orgasm. When he becomes her craving. When she must masturbate to the thought of him if he is not there. When she feels not only pleasure, but love. When you can't be a good fuck. When you can be a good fuck. And a hopeless romantic. There isn't much quite like that. When she exhales. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she loves you too. And you love her too. Of course such love can be scary. A commitment. Never again to fuck another person. Good, monogamous you. Good, 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 monogamous you. Especially if you think of family and humanity. Sex is one thing and quite a thing, and sex is much deeper than people tend to note. Sex is not just fucking, nor is sex just making love. Sex is connection, and sex is excitement and curiosity. You lather upon one another. How to have great sex with the same person for a long, long time. And as the music sprays mountains upon the projection screen of your consciousness, he will never forget that woman. He saw him not only lusting her, but painting her in his consciousness, and how she smiled at him. No, he shall never forget that smile when he pretended he was Picasso, and her smile, her pleasure to see him lusting her and appreciating her. Whoever she was, if only he could have said, I lust you, and she could have said, I lust you too, thank you for lusting me, lust away. But lust is unique to love in that way. Lust occurs more often and is profound much less. Lust is often almost nothing. Lust is not love. You could lust all day, and it's only lust. Anyway, those California mountains, that strange irony of lust, and sexual attraction, and looks versus personality, what you talk about, how you talk about it, however orgasmic. And thank God for karma, the intensity of all you know.